Hey guys, welcome back to Drake's Games, and this is another video on Wang Wars. So a while ago I posted this video, and yeah. So today I'll be doing the part 2 as I said earlier in the first video. Now I explain the code. So all these, I'll explain everything. Yeah. So the start button just does what the start button does. The start button, so start button, and it sends the first message, which is start. Then afterwards, start will hide these things, and the start button, yeah, it hides the Wang Wars, which is also one particular sprite. Start button. Then it starts this cutscene, which is the Commander Wang and this small Wang Wars walking in, doing all their talk and stuff. Yeah, this is the intro. It's the thing that slides up, also known as Himelji Hustle. The speech bubble for everyone. The intro stays until it's over. This is the small Wang Wars who does his speech. The Commander Wang. The grass. When True Start is broadcast by Commander Wang, the grass will load in, but first it shows the loading screen. Until the grass is finished loading, then the grass will show. Yeah, this line of code is so long that it gets really laggy once you get to the bottom. I do know of a better way I could have done this, but I was a bit dumb back then, so don't judge me, please. I don't like people judging me. Well, anyways, this intro Wang Wars comes out. Yes, he looks so squishable, adorable, and eatable. Like, yes, 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 yes! It's the most adorable thing ever. Then he does his speech, which is right over here. The speech text is along with the costume itself. So then it loads the grass and stuff. Afterwards, we can start placing our Wang Wars. And he starts as a clone. All his stuff and things I'll explain in detail later on. Right now, this is basically just programming how to walk, go to the specific grass location, and his hit and death. Sometimes I cannot even comprehend my own code when I look back at it. The turrets are about the same as the walking ones, just that they use color sensing for hit points, cause the arrow is actually part of the costume. And the cache, so when you click it, it changes the cache, sets Wang clone to 2. You may be wondering what this Wang clone is. But over here, the grass is actually sensing for Wang clone. See, if Wang clone is 2, which is the Wang 2, and mouse down, he's touching mouse pointer, then he set X position, Y all to Y position, and creates the clone of the Wang 2. Then afterwards, he goes to X all and Y all, so indicate his position. Then he does all the stuff that the clone does, like shoot, hit, and stuff. Yeah, lots of code. Then it's about the same for all of these. As you know, the costume includes the arrow, not only just the Wang, because it would be really hard to program the arrow to go to the specific Wang Wars. Then afterwards, we have our enemies. This basic enemy spawns using a variable to go to a random location. It's about the same for this guy, just that his HP is higher. The frogs were pretty easy to add. The only problem is sometimes they are quite hard to kill, especially the tank one. We have our first boss. All his code also looks for True Start, just that you have to wait 90 seconds till he appears. This is his costume. There's a lot of animation in this game. The arms were about the same. They have 2 frames, they just go bob up and down, and they're at the boss. Follows the boss wherever it goes. And once the boss is killed and stuff, he broadcasts, "The boy is dead." And at that point, the King Frog will receive it and wait 40 seconds before he makes his appearance. His boss HP, everything, yeah. All his lines of code for his hit and stuff. The bubbles is pretty simple, just a 3-directional shooter. It's not working right now because it's not in the actual game yet. So it'll have to. It only works in the actual game for some apparent reason that I don't know why. The problem could be that, but it's still like that. Well, I guess sometimes Scratch is just a bit weird, but that's fine. So in the King Frog, we have all his code, final boss, HP, hit points, and the victory screen once you kill him. If you're wondering how the ghost effect is done, it's just by changing ghost effect by -2 and by setting the ghost effect to 100% at the start. This is, I don't know, but it's supposed to be the front thumbnail image for this, the project in Scratch, but I just didn't use it, so yeah. So at the start, while we're playing through, I'll explain how this works. Start button, broadcast start, then we have our intro, then the Wangians, these 2, Commander Wang and Small Wang, coming out, the text and everything. And once the text is done, they slide back, Protect Himeji Castle appears. Then it loads, till all the grass is finished loading, then they show. The intro Wang is here, and his text shows too. And afterwards, he keeps talking and talking and talking until he's done. Then the game actually starts. Then you can start placing and start killing frogs. The timing was a bit off, so it looked a bit weird, like his text was just hanging in the air. So the small frogs spawn, and afterwards you deploy our Wangians to beat the small frogs up and stuff. So all the code in here is just used to make that one small soldier walk and function properly like an actual soldier. By the way, if you missed the first part and you want to play my game, I included the link in the description below. Yeah, the tank, it's really annoying. And it needs like 2 turrets to kill it. Or 1 Wanga Fungus. All the code and stuff. Yeah, the tank itself was a turret, but it moves. So you see, the tank also has its own frames, just that it moves and it shoots also. It has a specific range. Then it reloads, then it fires its next bullet. Which, if you didn't know, was looking kind of big because my mom made it really small and I had to resize it to get the hitboxes correct. The bubbles look like snowballs. Then after all these, the chainsaws that the first boss shoots out. The victory screen. Yes, the nicest thing in the game is the victory screen because you win the game and you're like, yeah. It's quite hard to lose this game because Himeji Castle hit point got 50 and each frog only does 1 damage. The music in the background. Well, that was a really brief ending. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.